Hi everyone, this is Mark Davis at Optimum Technology Transfer. Welcome to you all. In previous video tutorials here on YouTube, I've had a look at, we've worked on a variety of different text functions. Previously I've looked at the case conversion functions, upper, lower and proper, for example. We've also had a look at using a variety of different text functions to extract a list of first names from a list of full names. Today I would like to concentrate on this column. What I'd like to do is I'd like to see a list of surnames. Given those same full names, how can I see a list of the surnames here in column C? We're going to be looking at in some detail using the right function. How does the right function work? Well, the right function works in a very similar way indeed to the left function, except it uses, as it were, the opposite side of the cell. It goes from the right rather than the left. So the full names in column A do have a first name and surname. The surnames are on the right of the cell, so it's the right function that is appropriate here. So there's my first example of a full name in cell A2, comma. Now, a little bit more complex here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the right up to the space but not include it. So somehow for my full name I need to extract 6 from the right, for Sam's 2, for Elizabeth's, and so on. Yeah, so different lengths of surname. I'm going to utilize the LEN function. The LEN function finds the length of a string. Minus, now I could use the find function here just to show you something a little bit different. I'm going to use the search function instead. Now why on earth would Microsoft Excel have two different functions to do exactly the same thing? The find and search sound very similar, of course, indeed. The difference between them is that the find function is case sensitive, whereas the search function is not. Now a space doesn't actually have a case as such, so it really doesn't matter which particular one I use, but just to point that out to you guys. So what I'm going to get Excel to do is to find a space. So quote space unquote. Where? Well, here within this particular piece of text. Close off my brackets, that's closing off my brackets for the search function, and I close off my brackets, kind of a final close, closing off my brackets for the right function. Press my return key or enter key, back up to my surname, double click the fill handle to copy it down through the rest of these guys, and now I've got, perhaps not quite as neat as I would like it to be, but I've really got something I can work with. I got a list of these guys, their surnames. How can I tidy it up a little bit more? Well, I can nest all of that inside a proper function. Close my brackets, return. That's better, neater, tidier. Back up to my surname, double click to fill it down again through the rest of these guys. Let me just F2 on that as we wrap up. There is my formula to extract the surnames from the list of full names. The new functions today are write, len, and search. Function from a previous video tutorial, just to kind of finish it off, just to tidy it up, I'm using the proper function as well. So what I'm saying is from the right of A2, I'd like to extract a certain number of characters. That certain number of characters is determined by using the len function and subtracting from it the number that is returned from the search function. So the len function returns the length of a string. Literally, the search function, as we saw with the find function, very similar with the search function. What the search function will do is tell me exactly where one piece of text is inside another. So I'm getting Excel to tell me exactly where the space is inside A2. And that's a nice little formula, not just to extract the surnames from the list of full names, but to do a little bit of tidying up as well.